Well, welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase. We are on our last objective, the 25 FTL drives. We have so far built, but not launched, a total of 9 of them. We're waiting on speed modules to build the 10th. And meanwhile, we are building level 2 modules at a rate very close to 660 per minute. Over 10 minutes we now have, well, over 600 by quite a lot. Over 10 minutes, I don't think we have it over an hour yet, but you may kind of guess that we have been ramping production to achieve to be able to maintain that for a decent period of time. We have so far added in this new copper stack, copper 6, along with this single facility, which we're hammering quite hard. We have this green circuit facility, the 4th one in our factory, and we have this red circuit facility, all of which are fairly busy. Then last episode we increased the amount of conversion of light to petroleum and added additional plastic manufacture here to speed up the rate at which these trains would be turned over. And it's doing a pretty good job. This one's ready for a plastic train already. What's that? There's one coming in, so that's good. How's the state of this? 20k, so we're not far off being able to handle yet another plastic train. So that's good. Looking at our open requests, you can see, of course, that we still have plastic. We also have coal. What I'm going to do first of all with coal is it's mainly being asked for up here. Here. And this one, this has 4 platforms, but they're never all filled. And at the moment, there's never anything sort of sitting here waiting. So what I am going to do is send a couple more trains over to coal 7. Before we do it, we can probably just copy that. Run over to our nursery, request in some more locomotives. This will take us over 600. 12 and 16. We're already at 600. This will make us 602. So we've got enough of those. Although actually I probably should have left it, because I will probably add some more plastic trains in as well in a moment. But let's put these in first. Might be getting sick of me adding trains, but we just do what we have to do. Let's get rid of that one. So it's coal 7 to coal weight. Off you go. 1 and 1 more. A minor adjustment to keep the show going. Get rid of that one, and off you go. And yes, I do think getting another plastic train or 2, I think 2 perhaps. We'll start with 2, see how we go. I don't have an exact science on this, and actually the other thing to check is our nuclear fuel. I did actually get the train to come over here again to drop off some more, but yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's get another 12 of these and another 16 wagons. I'm just curious, so I think after clearing out the science area, we had something like 100,000 of the steel sitting here in this make everything area. As you can see, we don't have that anymore. We do have 38,000 speed modules though. So some of that may be put to good use in terms of speeding up our build of the FTL drives, because certainly we can't take that anywhere once we've got our faster than light craft. I have already, good. So for this one, what I want to do is run over here. There's a plastic train. Let's grab the destination for that one, get rid of that, and go. Whoops. Southwest load. Off you go. One. Of course, these trains probably will overweigh the stacker if everything comes to a pause, but by the time everything comes to a pause, we will just be launching the final FTL components, so it's not really that big a deal. How are we going? We are still over 200 a minute. And for 10 minutes, what about an hour? Probably not yet for an hour. No, not yet for an hour. They'll get there though. So that's 4 more trains. So if I take a look at this equation for finding out how many trains we've got, 604 trains now running. And what I want is to build some more coal, because we still have coal popping up into these areas. Interesting that copper is turning up there. 4 doesn't have access to 6. Let's give it access to copper 6. That might help. There, they've both gone now. Oh, a new one's been added, but it will probably go pretty quickly as well. I think 2 doesn't either. Let's give 2 access to copper 6 as well. There. There we go. That seems to have helped things a little bit. Now, if we check production, that might spike copper up quite a bit. We know we can get up to late 400,000s in copper, and late 400,000s in electronic circuits as well, but I think slightly depressed. Well, depressed. 97,000 is not that depressed. Numbers has meant that we are not needing that amount just at the moment. But the disparity here should result in this one kicking up at some point in the near future, and that will have a flow on to all of these others. Plastic is now at 145,000. That's good, but look at all of this. That's still kind of suggesting we don't have enough plastic. I don't know for sure that it is coal. How's the coal here? 6.2. So coal is being hailed. There is coal there. This one is full. And the coal is low. I think maybe I could handle more. Maybe. What about this one here? It does look like coal is an issue, even though it's kind of not coming to the fore. I think possibly... Well, that's now lowish. Yeah, they're calling out for coal. This doesn't seem to be entirely reflecting that lack of coal there. C. entirely reflecting the state of the coal at the moment. So it certainly wouldn't hurt. We obviously still have plastic issues though, so I think we need more. So what's the priority? Do I come over here and amp up the conversion, which I could do? I could slap in a whole row along here that basically, well, maybe to there, that basically just increases the consumption of the light, or the conversion of the light oil. That might be the first thing to do. There you go, we've got two at once up here. It does look like I could push more to that coal there. In fact, all the coal has gone at this point, which makes me think we are probably in a good place. Ooh, blue has stopped for a second. Which means we're probably not in as good a place as I would like. Are you saying you're not? No, you're not moving because you don't have any red. You do have one on the way. Stuck in traffic. Right here. Both of those are trying to go round. That is because this one, those need to be further back. Right, let's go and edit that. Let's go to hashtag speed M, fix up that issue. First of all, yes, we do have signals, so hashtag speed M. Yeah, get those flowing in there faster. That will certainly help. We don't want pauses in production, especially when the supply is there and waiting. It needs to be able to flow, especially when the fix is so simple. So I guess we have lost our 220 per minute of everything over the last minute. We're still doing okay over 10 minutes, but yeah, a simple thing like some railway signalling can mess you up a little bit. Which is why this whole doing this for 10 hours, although 10 hours, as long as you spot these things fast enough, it should be okay, but there's certainly one unnoticed thing can totally knock 10 hours of production at the limits that you want. So we might have to just get our 220 for an hour and be happy with that sort of reading. So they're still stuck there. Let's jump out there. Yes, back here. So these things need to be back here basically. And I think I'll get rid of those ones because they are now pointless. Yeah, simple change, immediate and quite dramatic impact. Okay, Are we building again? Yes, it looks like we are. Let's have a look at that. Taking its time to ramp back up, because it has to build whatever shortfall in level 2 modules, and then of course level 1 modules have to be built first, so it takes a little moment to ramp back up. But there you are, back up to the 200s per minute. Over a whole minute, not quite. Okay. Now, what are we short? So there still is this lingering doubt over coal. Let us jump back to engineering unload. We will get a mining loadout on the engineering train, and we'll add some more coal in. I'm not 100% sure that it's coal really that's going to make that much difference, but coal and a little bit more oil at the northeast facility, a little bit more conversion. It's probably about as good as we can get for now. In terms of doing useful things, and then just, you know, cross fingers and hope that it gives us the results we're after. Excuse me. If it's doing all three at 40 UPS, I'm pretty happy with that. It appears to be. That's not quite there over the 1 minute just yet, but getting there fairly quickly. There you go. And over the 10, yeah, we're still quite short now after that hiatus. All-time production, 2.5 billion green circuits now. Will it make it to 3 billion? I don't know. Copper pretty likely to get to 3 billion. Red circuits, I'd say, has got a pretty good chance of 500 million. And processing units have, I guess, a pretty decent chance of making that 100 million achievement, because that's an achievement too, isn't it? Just like the 20 million green circuits. So, what do we have in here? That's the mining one. Let's grab that. I might fill up with... Actually, I'm not going to fill up with anything. We'll just see if this works for us. It might be requisitioning steel down here fairly soon, if it hasn't already. 11k steel. Stone has dropped to 22k. Maybe what I'll do is, just in case there's a little bit of tree clearance required, top up the nukes. It's possible the nukes aren't here, but I find it hard to believe. Counting down the riffraff. How's that? Ooh. It looks like plastic is on top of things. This kind of troubles me. I'd feel a lot better if this was running at 20k as well. If it doesn't think it needs it, I guess it doesn't think it needs it. It will trigger sooner or later. There we go, we've got our stuff. Before we jump on board, let's just have a look as to where I want to go. I probably want to come out here somewhere and then cut down this way. So if I told it I was heading to plastic southwest load, that might be the best idea. Plastic southwest load. let's go. Just so I don't have to navigate, it's a lot safer to let this machine do it itself, as in the train. It knows how other trains think. And other trains actually acknowledge its presence and slow down every now and then. So that helps. I guess we can check to see if we've built another FTL drive. No, still 9. And still waiting on the speed modules. These ones, how far off are they? 13,000. Well, at 200 a minute, what's that? 3,000 times 5. It's about 15 minutes, but 20 minutes, I guess, by the time you take into account the slower UPS, and then it has to deliver them, and then they have to be loaded into the machine. So we'll definitely make the 10th this episode, I would expect, but not necessarily a huge amount more than that. The other thing that we need to do, that I'll probably do after this episode, is start attending to these very tired mining outposts. That's not helping our UPS cause at all. This one is probably okay, but not great. And then again down here it's pretty bad, so copper out to the side there is pretty bad. I mean, this one is not nearly as good as it once was, but I guess it's coping quite well. Oh, this one. This is a very slow load now, so this is quite high priority. I'll probably deal with this one first even. Aha! We are now in the hallowed ground of the oil trains. I think I just want to go just past that bend there, i.e. to somewhere like about here. Maybe slightly further. Yeah, something like about there. Of course we find the spot where there's lots of trees, because, you know, why wouldn't we? Let's clear that lot out. Let's grab our good-ish rail. Should fit nicely in there if we get rid of those. And if I make a bit of a gap through here, that's not the one that I want. I want the rail one, that one. That should be enough to get our train out of everyone's way. Create new territories. New coal. It seems to be ramping up the hit on red circuits right now. Ooh, is that all I've got in there? Yeah, maybe I should have got more rail myself. We've already burnt through that. The other train, the track laying loadout, has about 4,000 rail. This only has 1,000. So it's a little bit more limited. get to there. I suppose I kind of want to come to about here and then along and then drop maybe one or two platform, or even just a 2 platform down the middle of each one of those. So that will be another length at the very least. Whoops. And I guess we're at about the point where we want to do a turn. Oh yeah, I want to avoid that if I can. Looks like I'm going to drive straight through it. Oh well, I do have a little bit of landfill on me still, so we are probably okay with that. Let me just check exactly where this coal is. That is not it. This darkish patch is not it. It's over a bit, so we are going to want to go through this thing. That will probably just about do us to get through it. Perfect. And again, that's down here now. Now, how are we placed? Okay, if I put in a T-junction up here, bit of tree clearance required first though. Nicely done. Make sure we're not in the blast. Oh, and the patch itself seems to need a little bit more pruning. Yes, these autosaves are a little bit too frequent for my liking. I've definitely changed the setting. For some reason, there we go, that seems to have cleared that patch up. Now, I think I was suggesting that the this here would head us down in a reasonable way for a 2, and I think that's right. I do think that is right. Yep. That'll be fine. I love slightly faster robots. They're just fantastic. Now, these new stations are coal somethings. I guess we can find it just as easily this way. Coal 8. Coal 8. There we go. you need power. We do have some miners on us, so that works for me. Oh, that's the version. With miners, let's hope it hasn't renamed these. Oh crap. I managed to paint that. One tile away from where I intended. In fact, I'm going to take up the whole thing. Right. Never mind. So where exactly did that guy end up? There, right. Now, let's just make sure it is not done nasty things to our train names that we already had. Oh, good grief. A donation for you. That's the train. Right, don't worry about that. Let's just head in here. Whoops, we don't really want all that nonsense either. Now, if we make these request 700 coal, oh, swap those around. Right, let's do it this way then. Oh, they don't have any robots. That's what the problem is. I keep forgetting that part. So you need some robots. 350, 400, 400 should do. We also need some speed modules. Deploy those. There you go. Oh, they probably need some of these guys as well. Never mind. Let's clean up a bit of this stuff. Unfortunately, there's nothing else coming. There we go. I think... oh no, there's a little bit more. Anything else? No, I think that's it for now. Right, let us charge on up to the next lot. What have we got? What have we got? This one. Do I actually need both of these? I have no idea. Is there any more rail on that train? No, it does not look like it. We actually did need to get more rail, because we are going to run out. Smash through there. And ready the nukes. Let me just see what this one looks like. There's a lot of rock in there. Nothing a good old nuke can't handle though. And while we're about it, we may as well toss off another one into that general direction. Has this actually just left us all this stone? It looks like it has, unfortunately. I guess we may as well just pick it up now. Easier in the long run. So I guess if we go for the corner section, that should be a fairly good place to deploy this one. No, it's not. We need to be somewhere like about there. We did... oh, that one is quite a bit further down. That's why we had room for that, and I didn't realise that had happened. So there is a little bit more rail there if we really need it. We have the modules, so we can at least deploy this part of the whole setup. Come back with some rail, sort it out, get some trains on it. I'll just grab some more modules while we're here. May need to move that section onto this bit. Just to be on the safe side. Oh, and then bots. I think I would like to ensure we have power before I deploy the bots. Although I think we are missing a bit down here. Yeah, we're missing from there, so no. That is definitely not enough, but we can certainly deploy these bots. There we go. So how many did we get in there in total? 400. That's not too bad. We need some more rail. I'll get this sorted. I think we'll do it between episodes. Thanks for joining me for this one. Let's have a quick look at production. We're doing over 205 seconds in 1 minute. 10 minutes. On the hour, we... nowhere near it yet, but certainly the 10 minutes. So there you go, guys. Thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye for now.